What's going on, y'all? This is another edition of Core for Thought Sunday, and I just want to say happy holidays to all y'all and happy New Year for the ones who's bringing it in. And I want to say happy birthday to Core on the 1st of January. Core will be 3 years old, and I just want to say happy birthday to Core Initiative. Um, I'm gonna jump right in it because I know you guys seen the video and the sound cut off halfway. I've been having some technical difficulties, but we're getting it fixed. Like we always do. Um, and last time in Core for Thought, we talked about, of course, strength, wellness, and strength of the mind and your health. And last time we also talked about power and consistency. There's power and consistency. Once you're consistent, if you guys didn't, see the whole video, I'm gonna get it fixed, and so I can put it back on there so you can get as much information as you need. But power and consistency, being consistent in what you do, in your health, your wellness, and strength of the mind, because consistency brings a lot of confidence. Because when you see results, that's what'll keep you going. But you have to get to the results. Got to go through to get to. But I'm gonna add to that. This is like part two, and it's about having the right mindset, and having being righteous about what you are doing. It could be working out, eating right, um, taking away things from your body that'll slow you down of improving, because that's what we want to do. We want to continue to improve. So first things first, you must act boldly. I don't know if you guys heard me before. Acting is believing. When you act on something, uh, you have to believe that the result will be for you. If you think it's a challenge, it's cool because I love challenges. But you have to take the challenge and accept it know that it's going to be a good result. It's only when you're improving, because a lot of people don't like change. It's hard to change your diet, especially if you indulge on some things and you have craving for things. That's why we talk about strength of the mind, because willpower will get you forward. Don't forget, determination is not a decision. Is not decision or a feeling. It's a choice. It's a choice to be determined. We can't say that we're determined on improving our bodies, getting our bodies more healthy, and we don't believe it. We just be like, hey, well, they did it, so I'm gonna do it. Well, okay, you got to be knowing for a fact why you're doing it. You're doing it for yourself. Everybody's body's not the same. And don't hesitate when you're using the right mindset. Because once you hesitate, it's like a free throw shot, or it's like a 2 point, or, a 3 pointer. When you hesitate, you take yourself off your game. Sometimes it's hard for people to go with their first gut because they hear a lot of people and they're comfortable with being at one level, and that's not believing. And now you ain't believing that you will get past that point. You must know that, and I will, reiterate. You must know that for the believers, the strong believers in God, just like me. Um, God also tells us that once you have a problem, do not dwell on the problem. You have to push forward and dwell on the solution and the answer. Because we can tell people, if we can tell people, oh, I have a problem with sweets, I have a problem with exercising, I don't have time for exercising, or, things that will stop us. I don't have time to learn that. I need to see it. Okay, well, there's a lot of people that think that, but thinking boldly pushes you forward, and it gives you, just like I said before, confidence. And in giving you confidence, you need to know that you can chop the trees down. There's always plenty ways to chop a tree down. I don't care how long it's been on earth. It can come down. So remember, you must act boldly and act and stay obedient to yourself. You can walk in the mirror right now and say, this is what I want to do. I'm going to do this. And you walk off and you hear other people say, "Oh, well, what's going on with that?" And then you get shy on it. You can't believe yourself. You don't believe yourself, it ain't gonna happen. You don't believe that this will get you there because you strengthen your mind to get past some of the cravings, to get past some of the ailments of trying to work out, or strengthening your mind, learning more, getting more knowledge and stuff like that. You understand what I'm saying? So, and when we talk about taking heed, don't forget taking heed means after you learn something, you use it. It's like a tool. So that's taking heed. Taking heed is not learning something; it's taking what you learn and using it. So if you learn, like if you can learn something today, because honestly, I'm just boosting up you guys' confidence about being strong in what you say, but first being strong in thinking of what you say, and then put in your heart and know you can do it. It's a choice. It is a choice. Don't give yourself no excuse at all that your confidence or your lack of confidence will stop you from doing exactly what you want to do. You have to take heed, and then it's like the root. um you guys remember, not back in the day, but when you guys were children, you know, you had to learn that the iron was hot. You had to learn that, oh, we can't touch the electric socket. Or you scratch yourself and you're like, oh, I didn't know that was going to hurt. That's the challenges that we take and then we learn. And then you stop touching the iron. You stop touching the electric socket. And then you move around for whatever will hurt you. That's the exact same mindset we should have today. So you have to think to yourself that the root is where you came from. Where you came from. Know for a fact. You here for a purpose. You want to change, what your the habits you have now into the habits that better yourself. And doing that, you have to act on a righteous mind. You gotta think about this every single day. Make it a part of brushing your teeth. Think to yourself, you know what? And it sounds a little cliche. I'm not going to take the elevator. I'm going to take the stairs. Honestly, that helps a lot on your heart, your cardio, everything. It helps a lot. So, just like I said before, um, power and consistency. You can be so powerful enough that you influence everybody around you because of the aura that you have about you're consistent. People will believe you on consistency. You know, sometimes you feel like, oh man, I'm tired of this person calling my phone. They know what I'm doing. They might not know what you're doing because you're not consistent on it, but they will know what you're doing if you are seen being consistent. And this ain't for other. You just doing it. You just doing it. Prime example. I'm gonna give you guys a scenario, and I'm gonna cut it out. A glass of water that's been taken out the freezer. It's cold on your desk. It's cold. And you need to be the type of person that if you come back 4 days later to that glass, it's still cold. Why? Because the consistency of your daily routine. It'll take less stress off your heart because you know for a fact you will get it done. And people will see that. People will see it. People will see it a lot. You can't be moved if you think with a right mind. Right mindset for you. And that's part two. That's part two of power and consistency. And that's core for thought. Don't forget, check the peoplenomics.org website. Go on Facebook, LinkedIn. We're on all that. And continue to give us questions that you might need. I don't know everything. And maybe we can come together and try to find out. Don't forget, don't dwell on the problem, dwell on the solution. And it will move you forward. It will subconsciously move you forward. People look at you as like, hey, I ain't noticed that you was, and you think that you was doing better for yourself, and you think to yourself, I ain't noticed either. It was just a change in choice, changing your choice. Be bold, have a righteous mind about that. This will happen. I will lose weight if you have to. I will be consistent with my eating habits. I will continue to gain knowledge because you can get 90, 99 to 199 years old and you're still going to be learning something. Why? Because the world innovates itself. God made it like that. You learn something new every day. That's why we have to be. That's why we have to adapt where we at, so you can know where you slip up at and where you gain at. It will help you out a lot to know how to move forward. Strength of the mind, health and wellness. Then that's for core for thought. And I thank you guys. Check the peoplenomics.org website. Got a lot of information. Do not forget. And don't forget, for me, happy birthday, Core, once again. Thank you.